Hey guys, in today's video, we are gonna be checking out the 5 best Canon lens in the market. I made this list based on my personal opinion and hours of research and have listed them based on their price, quality, durability and more. If you're looking for a Canon lens that provides easy to use and top performance, then you're on the right place. To find out more information about these Canon lenses, you can check out the description below. Let's get started.
The Canon 85mm f1.4L IS USM is a high-end telephoto prime lens and is Canon's first 85mm lens to feature image stabilization. As an L series lens, it's built to a very high standard, featuring dust and weather resistance. Image quality is superb, with very sharp results thanks to a high-precision molded glass as spherical lens element. There's a 9-bladed aperture in the 85-14L, which gives pleasing sun stars and attractive out-of-focus backgrounds when shot wide open. The lens features Canon's air sphere coating to help reduce flare when shooting into bright light. But the built-in image stabilization is what really sets the Canon 85-14L apart. It offers up to 4 stops of shake reduction, allowing for crisp results with slower shutter speeds. The 85-14L comes equipped with an ultrasonic focus motor that ensures fast, accurate, and quiet autofocus. The new Canon 85mm f1.4L IS USM is a great option for Canon shooters who are serious about their portrait and event photography and should reward users with sharp results even on high megapixel.
Of Canon's 24 to 105mm f4 full-frame zoom lens, the Mark II version, features an all-new optical formula and several refinements. It offers improved image stabilization, claiming 4 stops to its Forerunner's 3, which makes this versatile carry-everywhere zoom even more useful than its predecessor. Air sphere coatings on key elements should ensure better resistance to ghosting and flare. A special non-stick fluorine coating on the front and rear surfaces of the lens helps prevent dust, water, oil, and fingerprints from sticking to the glass. This, combined with the weather-sealed construction, should make the new 24 to 105 a versatile companion even when shooting in harsh conditions. Overall, the new Canon EF-24 to 105 f4 is a high-quality zoom that spans a range of useful focal lengths in a relatively compact, affordable.
Howdy everyone. Today I'll be taking a look at a very successful modern lens from Canon, the EF-40mm f2.8 STM, for full-frame or APS-C digital SLR cameras. It can easily be adapted to work on mirrorless cameras too. Nowadays it costs about £125 or $150 US, so it's nice and cheap. In recent years, Canon have made quite a hobby of releasing tiny little pancake lenses, and this is the one that started it all. And I actually reviewed this lens already, but that was quite a while ago now, before I began standardizing my testing or using a Canon 6D. So I thought I'd take a more precise look at this particular lens to see if I missed any tricks here and there. Let's find out as I review the living daylights out of it. The 40mm angle of view is a perfect standard focal length if you're using a full frame camera, giving you pictures that are somewhat wide angle but still offer a sensible emphasis on your subject. Nice. If you own an APS-C camera, then that focal length is correspondingly tighter, making it a very short telephoto lens, opening up a few possibilities for portrait work. On either kind of camera, the 40mm focal length is very usable. This lens's maximum aperture of f2.8 means it lets in a reasonably good amount of light to give you faster shutter speeds and reasonably out of focus backgrounds. f2.8 is hardly a very bright maximum aperture, but it's certainly good, and particularly if you're using a full frame camera, there's some creative potential here. The build quality of the lens is nice. Obviously, it's tiny, but being based on a metal lens mount, it actually feels quite well made. There is no image stabilization on this lens, unsurprisingly, considering its size. For autofocusing, this lens uses an older version of Canon's STM system. It's meant to be silent, but as you can hear, it's not the fastest autofocus motor either. You'll also be able to hear those noises through your camera's microphone if you're shooting video. But at least the autofocus is nice and accurate, and the STM autofocus motor means that it should work quite efficiently with Canon's newest.
Hi, I'm Rudy Winston with Canon USA, and I'm here to introduce a unique new telephoto zoom lens. You've seen 70 to 300mm zooms before, but probably not one quite like this. It's the new Canon EF 70 to 300mm f4 to 5.6 IS II USM lens. This lens is a powerful new addition to the Canon mid-range telephoto series. It brings a couple of important innovations to tech-savvy photographers and videographers. The first is its autofocus. This lens has Canon's unique Nano USM focusing motor, and that really transforms its performance. Nano USM is a tiny and innovative focus system. It'll give you superb speed and nearly instant responsiveness for still pictures. And it gives excellent continuous focusing when following moving subjects. But unlike many other types of in-lens focus motors, the Nano USM delivers the truly smooth AF that's needed for most video situations. We've seen this great technology already in the EF-S 18 to 135mm IS USM lens. Now we're seeing it in a long telephoto zoom. So autofocus alone would be one reason to consider stepping up to this new 70 to 300 version 2 lens. You'll see another distinctive feature the first time you look at this lens, the LCD lens information display. It can show a distance scale with depth of field markers. Press a button on the side of the lens and it changes to the current focal length. And here's an interesting feature. If you're shooting with a camera with a smaller APS-C size imaging sensor, like a Rebel or a 7D or something similar, the display will actually do the lens conversion and give you the effective focal length that you're zoomed to at the moment. One more press and it changes to a graphic display of detected lens shake. You can even reverse it to a black background by holding the mode button in for 2 seconds. There's more. Image stabilization now provides up to 4 stops of shake correction. There's a totally new optical design allowing it to focus about a foot closer than the previous 70 to 300mm IS lens. This lens will be a great step up for Canon shooters using older, lightweight telephoto zooms. It'll be superb for travel shooters since it's powerful yet reasonably light. And it'll even be a great addition to our high-end pro users if they need to travel light. It's far less conspicuous than comparable L-series lenses, and it weighs about half of what a 70 to 200 f2.8 or a 100 to 400mm lens.